Welcome to the fourth installment, fifth maybe, because Mike and I did a dry run of our video cast. Alex Cora Center for Kids Who Can't Hit Good. Paul, welcome back.
Good to be back, fellas. Good to be back.
Mike, the stalwart with me. Stalwart, is that the
Ahoy,
right word?
hoy.
And Patrick has told us to tell his story. He can't be on tonight because of kids. That should be a warning to all of you that want to have a third kid.
That was dumb. Two is plenty.
So yeah, not much of an agenda here. I basically heard that my team was going to be team of the week, so I said, screw it, I'm not going to have an agenda. And then my team has not done anything, and Scott's should be team of the week back-to-back weeks, it looks like. Although, Paul, you're making moves, so we should talk about them soon.
Trying to get into that money spot in third.
Which is a good segue. Let's talk about the money. There's $600 in the pool. $550 if we don't count Dan. Right? 600? Yes. So how is it split up again? Third place gets money back. What's second place? I can't think of it. Do we remember? I got a new phone. I can't reference my old WhatsApp. But
I could dig through, but I couldn't even tell you because I've been out of those spots for a long time. So
it's either
same here. I haven't paid any attention to that for a long time now.
So it's either 100 or 150, which makes it 400 or 350 for the winner. And I have to think about it. I don't know, or ask someone who knows, or just don't get Dan's money and we'll make it very easy.
Shame.
What's your bet with him? Are you monitoring that, Paul?
Because it was double or nothing, because he owed me $20 because he said that I couldn't just not have any keepers and beat him or whatever. And I did last year. And then he wouldn't pay up. And then so I was like, okay, we'll go double or nothing then. But I don't know if me crushing him in these standings counts. Probably not in his mind if the real bet didn't even count in his mind. So I don't even know.
What is money in Dan's world? If you're listening, Dan, you're going to hold up everyone because I'm going to be a dick and not pay anyone until I get your money. So, Scott, Paul, you can hound Dan.
We'll try. It doesn't work.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the money. I have to figure that out. It's either going to be 150 or 100 for the second place. And then 400 sounds sexier for first place. Sexier if I'm first place, but
I think like the 50, 150, and 4 seems all right, but I don't know what was said.
Yeah, all right. We didn't answer that, so I'll bring it up next week. Did anyone see Trent Grisham's home run last week? It happened after our talk, I think, against Clayton Kershaw. Did anyone see it? John Boy did something on it.
When he was talking to the Dodgers the whole time?
Yeah, rounding third, because he technically pimped the home run. He hit a home run off Kershaw, lefty. Big home run. Padres and Dodgers have a little rivalry starting now. And he yelled into his dugout, like excitedly, which pissed off Dave Roberts and I guess other Dodgers because they were yelling at him as he was rounding third. I like it because it starts the rivalry up again with them because the Padres have been non-existent for years. But what do you think? Dave Roberts was quoted after the game saying he thinks Kershaw demands more respect and should not be shown up by Trent Grisham in those moments. But I think big home run. He yelled into his dugout. If you watch it, if you find it, John Boy did something on it. He just looks in the dugout and yells. He's not looking at the pitcher. He's not, I don't think, doing anything that's warranting Dave Roberts' words.
Yeah, I think we could all learn a lot from Trevor Bauer in these trying times. He gave up that home run to Tim Anderson the other night, and Tim Anderson said basically like, put that on your YouTube or something like that. So he immediately after the game did a video blog about Tim Anderson hitting a home run off of him.
Was
and
he?
said how he wished Tim Anderson pimped it a little bit more.
We should learn. Trevor Bauer's kind of. We want to say he's the new age of baseball, an objective voice that can take the criticism if he fails. Although I'm still not on Team Bauer after he took that ball and threw it over the center field wall. I don't see how we can say that's okay.
He threw it over that center field wall behind my shoulder. It was against the Royals. They did that when he was still at the Indians before he got shipped off to Cincinnati.
And then I remember Terry Francona going, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like it. I mean, he gets it. I mean, I saw something where Roberts wasn't as angry about the pimping of it and yelling at his dugout as when he was chirping the whole way around. And they said something to the effect of, "That's for you, motherfucker," as he was going from third to home, pointing at their dugout. So I don't know if they were saying things to him while he was pimping it, and that's why he said that. It seemed like it was excessive when he kept doing it around the entire base path. I enjoyed the pimping it and yelling at your own dugout. And Roberts even said, like, there's a lot of emotion. It's a big game. I'm cool with that. It's just when he kept at it sort of deal. It wasn't like just pimped it and got excited, and then he just kept it going. And I think that's where, at least what I read, that he crossed the line in his mind.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, go off when you're at home, when you hit it, but then you're running around the bases. They can't do anything to you, so you don't need to talk shit the whole way around the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
Exactly.
pointing at each position player.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out.
Justin Verlander, Tommy John surgery. Pretty late in the season to do this. Did he push it too far? Because now next year will be affected.
That might be a question for Luke to answer. I know he doesn't know what to do with Verlander.
Does he have him? Does Tom still have him?
I think Tom wouldn't let him go even now, just out of spite, probably.
Tom will keep him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to wonder why it took so long. I mean, even if there was something wrong with your elbow, I guess he was trying to hold out. But in this season, why would you even hold out? Why don't you just go ahead and take care of it if there's anything remotely could be an issue, like I said, leaking into next year and that sort of stuff. So, I guess we'll see.
Just like Noah Syndergaard did that. He said, "Screw it, just do it early, get it over with."
Yeah, Syndergaard was like, yeah, he's like, I don't know if I can stay healthy for 60 games. Let me just take this season off.
Mike, you got any? What's the haps?
Yeah, I have a debut this past week for the Chicago White Sox. AL Central has been my favorite division to watch this season, by the way.
Cheers.
So Garrett Crochet made his debut, aka Mr. 101, aka the Seamster, aka the Tailor, drafted in June 2020.
What?
He was just drafted in this past draft. First player to appear in Major League Baseball the year he was drafted since 2014 was Brandon Finnegan.
The Cincinnati Red.
So in his debut, he threw 6 pitches at 100 miles an hour or faster. No White Sox pitcher has hit 100 this year yet. He was the first pitcher to throw a 1-2-3 inning during his first big league inning without having appeared in the majors or in the minors since Ariel Prieto in July of 1995. This season, the most 100-mile-an-hour plus pitches in baseball, 44 for Brosdauer Gratterall, the Dodgers relief pitcher, 32 for Josh Stallmont, KC relief pitcher, and Garrett Crochet has 24 already in only 47 pitches thrown in 3 innings. So he pitched tonight again, actually. He came in relief after Giolito had a 1-2-3 inning, 2 strikeouts, and hit 101 3 times.
Damn.
Is he a college player? Was he?
So he was drafted in 2017 by the Brewers and decided to go to college. He went to Tennessee.
Okay.
So he played his full career at Tennessee and then just came out this year.
That's a cool story.
So they're setting him up to be a starter, but the playoff, he's definitely going to get high leverage situations going into the postseason. Tonight, it was Indians, White Sox, Bieber, Giolito, Bieber went 5 innings. Then Tristan McKenzie came in relief.
Oh wow.
Indians just walked off in the 10th.
Dang.
Oh.
So
They're only 2 back now. I think.
yeah, they're playing well. Jose Ramirez is playing out of his mind right now.
That helps.
Yeah, is he the AL MVP? I know that a lot of people have been chirping him up as the AL MVP, and even Bieber getting some talk of AL MVP.
Yeah, recency bias wise, the last 3 games before tonight for Ramirez, he was 5 for 11, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, and 5 runs. And he had the walk off that it clinched the postseason spot for them the other night. So
it would be Ramirez. I know last time we talked, it would be Trout and Voit and maybe Nelson Cruz. Seems like Cruz has fallen off a little. I don't know about Trout's stats. Voigt's still crushing.
Jose Abreu is getting tossed out there too.
I think Abreu is probably Abreu, Bieber, and Ramirez now. Ramirez has had a huge September.
It's good. I'm happy for Ramirez because last year maybe the last 2 years have been rough for him.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you're enjoying some AL Central ball.
It's super competitive. I mean, the game tonight, this was a playoff game, seeing those 2 aces head to head. And then they were bringing in their top pitchers after that. So after McKenzie came out, Karinchak actually came in. So it's great pitching for a lot of these teams that are going to make the postseason.
Yeah, he said it was like 5 innings. Both like Giolito and Bieber only made like 5 or so because they were pulling. Yeah, I saw each of them had like double-digit strikeouts though.
Yeah, 10 and 11. Yeah,
insane.
Who's the pitcher for the White Sox that didn't play this year, but he was a rookie last year?
Kopech. So
he throws over 100 too, right?
Yeah.
Is this guy?
I drafted him this year actually, and he had some personal stuff going on. Like he just had a kid, and then was separating from his girlfriend or wife right after that, so he decided to sit the season out.
She was like, wasn't it? She's like famous or something, right? It was like a tabloid thing. I'm pretty sure. Like she was somebody, quote unquote, important, but she was like some sort of reality star or something like that. I want to say. I'm gonna look that up.
Let's get reality on it. That guy.
But yeah, he was a number. I don't know if he was number 1 overall, but he was one of their top prospects. So yeah. White Sox, Indians, they have a lot of good pitching. I mean, Royals too. Singer.
Mm-hmm. He let me down last night. I was so excited because they were playing the Cardinals, so I'd get the game, and he just walked like 5 people or something like that. It was bad.
Vanessa Morgan.
There you go. Yeah, TV.
Riverdale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Michael Kopech filed for divorce.
She's a looker.
She looks. She looks short, unless he's really tall. Fun fact about Tennessee Volunteer Baseball.
Oh, here we go.
R.A. Dickey pitched for them when he came through, and that was before the knuckleball. So he was throwing hard. He was throwing gas like 90s, and then was
gas at 83.
He was throwing hard. He would throw like into extra innings. I read his autobiography, which was interesting. He found God after he cheated on his wife, and we're supposed to be like, gotcha. Okay, that's why you found. Okay.
Wasn't he like molested as a child or something like that too?
He did reference that a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
As like a young teen, I believe, and then maybe that's how you start throwing gas. I mean, he was throwing gas, went to the Volunteers. He did get drafted and then couldn't pitch. Like he had elbow issues, which is what forced him into being a knuckleball pitcher. I forget who drafted him initially. But anyway, fun fact, Tennessee Volunteer Baseball.
There you go. Those are some fun facts.
Paul, you got any What's the Haps?
No, I got nothing for you. I'm just here.
You got us. We're going to get flagged on YouTube, that freaking streaming game behind you. Are there going to be any makeup games past this Sunday, or are they up to date?
I think they're squeezing them in.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet. I know there's 2 teams that are playing that have playoff implications that I think have 5 games. They play each other the last 5 games of the season.
That's
might be Brewers,
Cardinals.
Yeah.
Well, the Cardinals have been playing double headers, it seems like, every day for the past 3 weeks just to make up for that
Yeah.
week and a half, 2 weeks they had to take off.
Well, that's a good little segue. I wanted to talk about some weekend matchups here. Brewers Cardinals. Yep, they start tomorrow, and then they have a doubleheader on Friday. So 5 games in 4 days. White Sox and Cubs. These are some good matchups to watch with playoff implications. Phillies at Rays. Phillies won tonight, finally beating the World Series champion Washington Nationals. Marlins at Yankees. Padres at Giants. That one only really matters for the Giants if they can steal a couple wins. And then the Reds at the Twins, which will be interesting. Reds won tonight, so they're, I think, 1 game over 500. Brewers fall 1 game below 500, so they're technically tied with the Phillies. So those last 2 spots in the NL wild card are kind of up for grabs with 3 teams.
I saw something where somebody was saying where I don't think it's going to happen just with the matchups and stuff, but like the NL Central legit could have had 4 playoff teams and then the team with the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah, Pirates.
Wow.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, so they still can do that right now because all 4 teams, it would have to be the Phillies or Giants sneak in. And
yeah. Don't let it's an even year. Don't let the Giants in the playoffs.
Don't bring up even years with the Giants winning World Series.
It hurts. But you are talking to a Mets fan.
So the next year, the 15 was a good year.
The Mets, it's an odd or even year. They don't do anything.
So, Mike, this is interesting. I watched a Mets game, Mets-Phillies, and Hector Neris tried to quick pitch Robinson Cano. I don't know if you were watching that. It was in the 9th inning, 8th inning.
I don't get any of the Phillies. That's the local blackout, so I can't watch them play the Phillies. Yeah.
I don't get Nats or Orioles here. Okay, so he quick pitches Cano. Cano sends a line drive right back his head up the middle, and I was laughing because Neris is just hilarious whenever Neris pitches. But they referenced Familia had tried to quick pitch Alex Gordon in the World Series, and it was the Mets announcers that were like, "Dare we talk about this again?" But the last time we remember a quick pitch, it did not end well, and they were like, and then the camera finds Familia. So I was like, wow. But this is another. Is Alex Gordon retiring?
Nope, he's still playing.
He's still after this year.
There's still talk of him playing after this year.
Okay, I saw there was like a goodbye Alex Gordon potentially. There was a story on The Athletic. That's why I.
Yeah, it's been talked, but there's been no one way or another. But I mean, I don't think he wants to hang him up. It's one of those deals like he's not bad, but he's not good anymore. He's still a good defensive player, but I mean, at this point, you might as well be sticking young people out there and try and develop them, sort of thing, get them ABs compared to just let him still just keep hanging on, sort of thing.
Does he play a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I was thinking like he's like a Nick Markakis almost to me.
Yeah. Just kind of just never dies, just never goes away. Which
decent.
I think he'll have a statue at Kauffman eventually, and it'll be the rounding first base from that home run in the World Series in that 9th inning that sent it to extra innings. But
Mike, before we get into fantasy stuff, do you want to tell us about? Can we do your game? Who's Dickerson?
Let's do it. Yeah, this week it's I don't know the Frasier's theme song, or else I'd sing it, but it's Adam Frazier, Pittsburgh Pirates, and Todd Frazier, New York Mets.
You could have done Clint Frazier in there too, and been a 3-way. Maybe next
I don't
time.
want to complicate it with Yankees.
3 ways can get complicated very quickly. So
don't leave anything.
Let's do September 18th, 0 for 1, 3 walks, 2 runs.
Todd Frazier.
Adam Frazier.
Adam Frazier.
Is Adam Frazier fantasy eligible? Would you have him on your team? No.
I mean, I could probably use anybody, so.
I had Todd Frazier on my team for a few weeks.
As a Ranger or a Met?
Yeah, Ranger Todd Frazier.
That's fair. Let's see. 1 for 3, a double, and 1 RBI.
Todd.
Yeah, Todd, because the Pirates aren't scoring runs.
Adam Frazier. 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts.
That's Todd Frazier.
All right, we don't have to be so quick on the strikeouts, but yeah, it is. Okay. And last one, 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout.
Oh, I know that.
Todd Frazier.
Who was that against?
Let's see it. They were
Wasn't
getting
it the
killed.
Braves?
I think it was the Braves. Yeah,
It was the Braves.
It was 15 runs when he came in. The Braves had. So I think
he struck out Adam Duvall, didn't he?
Yeah,
I saw
knuckleball.
that. It was like a 58-mile-an-hour pitch.
Yeah, it's the only reason I wanted to do those names was to get that in there.
That game still remains fun, so I hope there's more players out there. We could even go back. Maybe I'm gonna make you do more.
Oh yeah, I just threw it together this time. It'll be better.
We probably got one more show in us, right? We could do one more next week.
Yeah, we have playoffs.
Yeah, we can just do playoff stuff. We don't have to do fantasy stuff anymore. We can still carry it on and do baseball.
We could, as we talked about, do where we can watch the game and just chill.
Yeah, and then we wouldn't have to cut the time off, I think, for recording, right? You just keep going.
I wonder. I'll look
record.
I don't know if it's recording or just having a Zoom call, so I'll have to look at that.
Okay.
If not, Google, not to do this to you, Zoom, but Google Voice, something Google doesn't have a time limit and it's free. Google something.
Well, the good old Google something always comes in for us.
So, did you guys notice anything different about Keith and Lute's teams this week?
Keith and Lute's teams.
I wasn't really looking. I did notice Keith had picked up Jared Walsh, I think his name is, for the Angels. He had a grand slam the other day.
He's crushing, that guy.
Yeah.
So.
I can guess.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Luke
looks like he maxed out on the number of starts. Is that it?
Yeah. So did Keith. So Keith did it prior. I texted him I said, Keith, I don't know if this is going to make you mad or not, but I just saw this. You have 82 out of 84 games started. And he did this mass exodus of dropping starters. I don't know if you noticed all these Wheeler and Grisham were available. And he has since said it's actually hurting him to watch Kyle because Kyle has picked up some and is doing better. And I think past Keith. So it's damn it. But then I noticed Lute hit that mark 2 days ago too, and it looks kind of scary across the board. It's like red lines all through your pitchers. But I still think they're getting reliever stats. At least I hope. They haven't said, but kind of interesting to see that happen in this. It's pretty late in the season, thankfully, but it did happen.
Yeah, the reliever stats do go through because I don't want to bring up the other leagues, but since you bumped out our number, I was just carrying my strategy for this into my other leagues, just dropping and adding a bunch, not realizing there are limits in those. And so I hit in some a week or so ago. So I've just got a team full of relievers just trying to pick up whatever stats I can get.
Yeah.
In the pitching side of things. So yeah, noted for next year.
Yeah, if that happens next year, I guess we'll have to all vote on Roto versus head-to-head. But yeah, that's
so say there you picked up a player like Joe Kelly. You plug him in as a relief pitcher, but he's starting for the Dodgers tonight. So does that not show if he's an opener then?
It wouldn't count. No, you wouldn't count his stats because he's technically a starter.
That's crazy. That's wild. Because he's probably only going to go 1 or 2 innings. Yeah.
Yeah. So if the guy that came in the second inning, you had him, all his stats would count because he didn't technically start the game.
That's why I left Urias in because he was supposed to pitch tonight. He was supposed to start, but now he's going to be another Ross Stripling. It sounds like because Bueller's coming back. So
Bueller coming back just for the playoffs. Great.
Yeah, they already said it's Kershaw, Bueller, game 1 and 2 for playoffs.
And then I wonder.
Dustin May or Gonsolin probably,
Yeah.
or
Gonsolin's
Kershaw again. I don't know.
I think you have to go Gonsolin there. He's been tearing it up as a starter. Dustin May can strike people out, but I feel like he's not been as like solid as Gonsolin has.
We're going to have our matchups in the playoffs. We talked about it. You guys have the Dodgers. I still have the Twins, and they're both going to make it. So we can – that was, I think, our first podcast. We made those picks.
Mm-hmm.
We got the picture to prove it.
Did I pick the A's to win the AL West? I think – did I? Someone needs to reference that because I thought about that. They clinched. I think I picked them. Maybe not.
I wonder, did we go through that? Yeah, I'll have to look at that. We have a picture floating out there somewhere.
Yeah, we only picked we didn't pick extended playoffs.
Division winners, though.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised. We did pretty good tonight. I didn't think we'd fill time, but we're just so good at talking to each other. I just got an update. We only have 9 minutes left. What do you want to do? You want to just talk about the standings and wish us well?
Yeah. And I just wanted to give a quick good news story for baseball. Trey Mancini just finished his treatments. So I don't know if he's going to play baseball again, but that's good news for him as a human.
It's a good human story. Yeah, I saw a picture of him coming out of the hospital. He still looked in shape. I wonder he could maybe get in there, get back out there. It can't be worse than what the Orioles are doing.
For sure. Eric Berry had cancer with the Chiefs and had to sit out a year. And he actually gained 2 pounds of muscle during his he worked out so much and was on such a regiment that he actually gained 2 pounds of muscle while he was going through chemo and stuff. So it's possible if you have the right people around you and that sort of stuff. But
that's really how you kick cancer's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, standings. It looks like Paul, you made a move. Nice. Congrats. Now, it looks like you're actually pulling away now from those peeps for third place.
Hopefully.
Lute kind of had a nice day today. So, yeah, I think – are you confident?
No, I'm never confident. I've been hunting stats, like trying to pick up people for walks and stolen bases, and then just started. I have like 5 or 6 starts left, so I'm trying to get people with strikeouts and to catch you and strikeouts. And I think Mike, you were like right. You were number, well, maybe passed since it looks like I got 11 on K, so I think I might have passed you in the K deal. But trying to catch a few people in a few of those categories to steal some points, and it worked.
Yeah, I actually hate your team because you have as many wins as losses in your pitching. And I was like looking at that like, well, it's working, I guess.
That's the strategy. I know I'm going to
That's the relief pitchers. Yeah. You get those relief pitchers can rack up some wins for you too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're second in saves, right?
Yep.
Yep. And then I was looking good earlier in the week, and then I went to sleep Monday night, and I woke up and Scott had a nice – I think Castillo, the Reds, had a really nice start, and also Jose Ramirez. So I'm not feeling as confident as I was earlier in the week about maybe winning this thing. But Scott's team looks pretty good. I had 2 starters tonight go down in the first inning, as I showed you. So Clevenger and Fried both went down in the first. So it's like, okay. Any
news on that Clevenger?
It says he's doing an MRI on his bicep.
Okay, so it's from that was his last start. He had issues with that, right?
Yeah, he was day to day, and they pushed him to today, and then made it 1 inning. It was a nice inning.
Just save him at this point, even if it's a question. They have the playoffs right around the corner. So. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, it could be a good finish here for our league. Sorry, Mike. I know. It's hard to talk about when
that's exciting. It's fun to watch.
Nathan Eovaldi, a pickup, 6 innings, no earned runs, 8 Ks. They're up 8-1, so we should get a win and a quality start for that one. I'm on a roll right now. Keep rolling.
Paul's feeling. Get that money back.
It'd be nice.
I'm not paying
you. Secure that bag. Secure that bag.
You're gonna get it from Dan. I'm gonna make Dan pay you that 50.
I'm never gonna get it then.
Well, he owes you 90 then, technically.
Yeah.
It does. Well, good luck the rest of the week. We only have 4 games, 4 days left, right? Yeah.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
So yeah, it'll be fun. This was good. We'll try again next week. Maybe we'll update and just go through the winners.
We do
Yeah,
the
and if you
we do
guys
the
have any,
keeper stuff too.
Keepers,
if
yeah.
anyone has a suggestion on a game they want to do a watch along with, throw it in the group chat for when the playoffs start. We'll pick a series.
That's a good idea. Yeah. And then we can do a wild card. Next week, late in the week is tough for me. It's my son's birthday and I have family coming. So it would have to be post Sunday or before Thursday. But we can probably sneak in one more video chat. So
Sounds good.
I need to work on a sign off, but it's been real.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Hey, take her easy. She's easy. Take her twice.